to Pisces. This is going to be your collective reading, just checking in with you, what's going on. So you've been cut off from something that you normally are connected to. It feels more like some type of intuitive knowledge, like you normally kind of know what's going on, or normally have the ability to pick up on something about a situation or about a person. Or maybe you've been getting hints about something, but it's like now that's been cut off, and it could be shaking you up a little bit. But I feel like this is only because it's like, okay, that was over, like that's done. Now you're meant to get into the physical. So there's something about, you already got the information you need. Like it's done, like the briefing is over, I heard. Like you're thinking, wait, that's all, like I need to know more, but you don't. Like, you know exactly, you have everything you need now. And also I just thought of Easter, so there could be something connecting you to Easter or that around that time, but not having to do with Easter specifically, just around that time, which is I think the end of April. So it feels like there is chaotic energy in your life right now, but I'm hearing, since when is that a bad thing? Like, that doesn't have to be a bad thing. It's not, you're not gonna be able to find happiness in the usual ways that normally work for you, or the things that normally like bring up your dopamine or just bring your mood up. It's like maybe you're trying those things and they just don't hit the same, they don't work the same right now. There's something very intentional about this energy surrounding you where everything is very much as it's supposed to be. So like no one's tricking you or fooling you, or like somebody thinks that what they're experiencing, like someone sent them bad karma or like witchcraft or black magic. It's nothing like that. But also you're being encouraged not to let your mind go there immediately, because that's a low level way of thinking, and that's still rooted in the belief of like, it's me versus them, it's me against the world, I have enemies, there's the ops, there's like the darker forces trying to go against the light or whatever. But that's very low level, because it erases the fact that everything's one and connected and actually working as a system, even though it at times appears to be working against each other. That's just how the system works. So I feel like you just need to know whatever's happening right now, because I feel like it's maybe you're feeling or sensing it's not good, or you think that's what it is. Like it doesn't feel bad, but it doesn't feel good, so you're like, it must be bad then if it's not good. But you're being asked to not try to fill in the blanks of what you're not understanding right now. Like don't, like I'm hearing the Bible quote or Bible verse, to lean not on your own understanding. I don't even know where that is in the Bible, but I just know, unrelated to religion, it's like right now, don't lean on your own understanding. Don't like you don't see the full picture, and the energies are kind of not manipulative, but they're kind of like a trick or an illusion. Not a trick, because it's not something trying to trick you, it's cloudy. Let's say that it's cloudy, so you can't, just like if you're in the airplane and you're going up through the clouds, when you're in the clouds you can't see anything out of the window, it just looks like a pure whitish blue color. But then once you get above the clouds, now you can see everything. Even if you were just going through a storm, it's just clear blue skies, because now you're above the storm. So there's this like, you are currently elevating, but until you get to the point above the clouds, or the point where you can see the bigger picture or a fuller picture, you're going to be confused. So don't try to fill in the blanks. Don't assume that anything's against you. Trust that everything's working for you, even if you can't understand it or you can't see it. This is your confirmation. You can trust that. So let's see what else. Also, planes or travel could be something that you've either been planning, or maybe it's like a last minute thing, like you're not expecting, and then someone's like, hey, I have this extra ticket, or hey, do you want to, like a spontaneous type of trip, but it, like I'm sensing something spontaneous, but it all works out really well, even though it's last minute. And you could be finding things for some reason, like let's say you had a gift card for gas, and you fill up and it cost you like $46, and the gift card had exactly 46 left on it. So it's like you're gonna be noticing things happening that are so specific like that, where it's like, this couldn't be a coincidence. What are the chances that it would? And it'll just keep happening over and over, to the point where even if you think, oh, maybe it's a coincidence, you're gonna be like, okay, but coincidences don't happen this often and back to back. So all of this is to show you that, like, down to the last cent, down to the last drop, everything is like designed and fated for how it's supposed to be right now. So, sorry, I had to check if something was plugged in. So yeah, everything is happening very, very divinely timed right now, every single thing. So like that, the time you leave the house, when you end up behind the red light instead of making it through the yellow light, or when you make it through the yellow light instead of, like, every little thing is on purpose. So that will help you take comfort in the fact that you can trust what's going on even when you don't know why it's happening, and let go of the burden of needing to know. So whatever you've been waiting for, the wait is over. And whatever's happening, whatever's changing, okay, here's the thing. When change occurs, people, okay, you get to a point in your life where you know things need to change. And maybe you don't know how. Maybe you've tried to change. Maybe you've tried all the things or the ways you could think of, and it's just not working, or it's not happening like it should. So you're like, okay, something needs to change. How can this change? And you ask for it, and you wish for it, and you set the intention that you want change. And then things start to change, but it's never the way you'd expect. And so what happens is people will see these things changing, and instead of seeing this as a good sign that, you know, they've asked for change and now it's here, they see it as things falling apart, things going out of their control. This thing goes wrong and you're trying to fix this, and then this other thing goes wrong, and it's like everything's going wrong. You're in this tower moment. But if you choose to see, and it's like, then you try to fight it. You try to fight the changes, and you try to go back, run back to your comfort zone, run back to the things that you just asked to be changed, because it's familiar. But if you change that perspective to seeing, this is what I wanted, this is what I asked for, this is like the relief coming in, then you're going to see, you're not going to feel attacked, and you're going to see how, oh, this is good, and you're going to actually get excited, and that anxiety you feel is going to quickly turn into anticipation, because it's really close. It's just the difference between anxiety and excitement is the fear. When you're anxious, you're worried about what may happen. When you're excited, you're looking forward to it. So it's that same anticipation, that same butterfly in your stomach, but it can go either way, as being really good or really bad, right? But it's the fear that makes a difference. So if you eliminate the fear, you don't have to eliminate the feeling, because maybe you've been trying to calm yourself down, but it's like you can't be calm because you're sensing this enormous, massive shift, not just in your life, but in humanity, in the collective. You're feeling it all because you're very connected and intuitive, and all you're being guided to do is, instead of seeing these things as bad because you don't understand them or you don't understand why, trust that there is a reason. You don't need to know now. When you need to know, you will know. And for now, you can just trust and just allow it, because it can be so much easier. That's the other thing. It can be so much easier. If you're really going through it right now, it doesn't have to be this hard. Just choose to not believe that, like, you're under attack, because you're not. It's just this uncomfortable transition. But the more you can be curious, replacing fear of the future, because you don't know that's going to happen. You don't know the worst case scenario is going to happen. And if you think about it, all the times that your brain thought of the worst possible thing, it never ended up really being that way. So you can choose to think of it like that. And this time will just be very full of anxiety for you. Or you can choose to be curious instead of afraid. Or just curious with being afraid, but focused more on the curious. Like, I wonder what's coming. I wonder how it could get better. I wonder what is in store. And just thinking about how much you've changed and how your life is about to reflect that change. And getting excited for that. Also 11:11, as I said that on my clock or on the video. You don't even realize what's about to come, but it's so stable and it's so right now, this anxiousness, it's not like you're being prepared for something intense. This is the intense part. You're in the intense part. You've been prepared for this intense part. It's about to get way better, way calmer, way more stable, but not slow, but present. So you're not going to feel rushed, but you're also not going to feel stagnant. It'll be a perfect balance between the two, where you feel like you're moving, but you're not in a rush. You're moving at a nice pace where you can enjoy each step. So yeah, you're moving on, you're moving forward. You don't need to know what's next. Your mind's not supposed to comprehend it, because your mind is being filtered out. Your mind is being renewed. And like the old mind is being replaced with this new mind. But this new mind, since it's new, you can't expect, like, you're going to be taught how to use it. But you can't try to figure it out all on your own, or you're going to take the past old mind with you, and you're meant to be letting that go and replacing it, not just putting the two together. So that's all I'm getting for you. Thank you so much for watching, Pisces, and I'll see you next time.